Alrighty, chat. I believe we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got a big one today. We got G2 versus XLG, and I believe this is a elimination match. I believe. I think. Because if we look here, right, it's already the lowers. So I'm pretty sure this is an elimination match. Because they're keeping these two slots open for whoever loses here.
Nice and early. Looking like they want to try and play this one purely for retake. Full evacuation.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an elimination match. So we gotta lock in today. G2, we gotta lock in.
Flying forwards, wall up on top of it with the paranoia offloaded. It's all sweeping across the side. Not enough to try and push them back, and Midi gonna get traded. Top holds. Towards the top there, Jonah P.
We've already lost Valen, Midi. Oh, good peek. Oh, Leaf is feeling it. Okay, Leaf. Nah, Leaf feeling it for real.
Immediately, Valen's hyped up about that one. This is a big change to their composition, but both comps that they've played recently, both with the Gecko and now with the Sage, are focused around that retake style. Look at how much pressure the wall puts down.
You guys are gonna have to give me a second. I'm still messing with some stuff here.
On pistol, it's so difficult to get through. But keep an eye out for that once weapons come online as well. Once XLG have more ways of being able to deny. G2 played so heavily for retake against Paper X, but Paper X were always there, always with a game plan.
G2, ever methodical, just trying to vacuum up most of the orbs as well, denying XLG any chance of getting some value on their own eco. They bought 3 sheriffs across the board.
Take flight.
Heavy re-exploration through mid. That's just based on the turret going down earlier on. So now that they've pulled bodies into mid, XLG are trying to find this timing to go over towards what should be a bit of a softer site.
All right.
He's going to be caught in through mid.
I think we're okay here.
Midi going down there. Look at Nano really deep.
Let me just double check here.
See the discipline though, G2. They're not willing to give anything up. Even Jonah P just slight pot shots, peeking off to the side. Everybody taking the right timings for it. A nice lead here for G2, and you can feel how much it means to them, I think, for a team like G2. Where
I think we're okay.
Sky high for this squad. Expected almost to be finalists in terms of every event that they end up attending, especially at this point.
But they'd have to go perfect here.
Oh man, I'll tell you guys.
To redeem themselves after
They gotta stop giving NA the early matches, man. Holy crap! I maybe slept like 3 hours last night, but it's all good. We're here.
But now Rifle's back online.
We're here to support. We're here to watch. Watch some excellent Valorant, if you catch my drift.
The more you play retake on the sites, the more that you can focus on defending through mid. So if G2
But luckily we only have one game today. It's only G2 today, so
that means that XLG should be denied these mid lurks that they appear to be looking for. As Coconut and Happy Wave were thinking about putting a bit of pressure mid this round. G2 have stacked 3 players over towards B. Currently clearing it out over here. As XLG take that space for an A exec instead. If they go back
during halftime, definitely gonna go make some coffee. I did not get the chance to do it yet, but what is G2 cooking? That's a crazy push they went for.
Used that insurance policy for the exit of G2. As that rifle dropped down to the ground, Raga 0 and 3.
A rough beginning.
Damn, just call out my boy like that. 0 and 3, bro. You suck.
Open access
no, not really. Whoa, Leaf.
Leaf lucky to be alive. Just about backs himself away here. And XLG looking like they want to fight this one forwards, not defaulting back and away.
Also, I don't think we're gonna have a co-host today. Sag, get your Sages ready. I know.
Darts flying sky high.
But yeah, oh, what a whip from Coconut. A Happy Way and Midi. Oh, what a whip from Viva. The nerves are kicking in. They're nervous. Come on, G2, they're nervous. Oh, good dink. No time. It was a good eco for XLG, though.
At what cost? XLG put a round on the board. A Red Bull clutch in the end from Happyway. The sole player who's been playing up
They
to
should be pretty broke, I'm not gonna lie.
That has a weight of a region on their shoulders. I guess up until the point the Wolves turned up to this event, started playing incredibly well. Happyway's been excellent though. And he delivers for them once more. But their economy is going to be shattered. 3 Guardians, a must-win round again for XLG.
Jonah P just making sure to deal with a lot of that early util. G2.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Jogamo's on Sage for some reason. We got no duelist on the side of G2. Oh, but it doesn't matter because he's Jogamo. Alright, we almost forgot, but I didn't forget.
It's always G2 driving the action here.
That's why I forgot to mention it.
B in the previous round, now they're fighting towards A, and it just drives XLG into the opposite site. XLG need to find some way of disrupting the tempo. And the plant denied.
Oh. Okay, we...
Coconut.
Nice shot, Trent.
Even if he got past Trent there, I don't think there was a chance that he was also getting
Oh wait, they broke Wingman too. They denied plant.
Deeper. Flash. Not really recoverable. Slow Orb's going to be down. G2 still wants to play this one for the retake. And Jogamo just taking that slight peek.
Good timing, Jogamo.
Into that angle. Midi's going to be dropped now. Just 2 left to stand against it. But
do they know Leaf is on the flank? I don't think they know.
They've got their number. And Leaf is the one to be delivering that dagger to the back.
Nice. Good lurk.
Thanks. Monster play from Leaf. Perfect at reading the timing. And there is a safety policy.
G2 is feeling it.
But G2 have been in complete control. Everything that they're doing here is forcing XLG into really predictable
I'm wondering
reactions.
if this is their map pick.
G2's game plan could roughly be summarized as we'll fight on one side of the map, we'll play retake on the other. And you just put the retake side has a little bit of plant denial.
It's not, it's XLG's pick actually.
And suddenly XLG are slow. The reaction's not quite as fast as they would want. They can't take deep space on site. Yeah. And they're already taking attack timeout. And I think
XLG calling the timeout.
Hit the panic button early here. Because Coach Foyer has got to get some more ideas into this squad. They've got to find ways of disrupting the game plan from G2. And they've also got to find ways of getting Raga online. This guy, when you look at the stats coming into the event, you can make arguments like, okay, he's in a bit of a weaker region. Okay, weaker region. Have you been seeing what Wolves have been doing at this event?
It's not an argument anymore.
I mean, you know, there is some level of an argument, but Raga has been dominant domestically inside China, absolutely tearing people into pieces. But that was in the previous meta where he was always set up with double initiator utility. And now we find XLG in a different meta, having to make a roster change right before this tournament, removing one of those initiator players and subbing in a player who can't communicate as well in English. Yeah. Which this roster, in case you're unaware, is a blend of English and Mandarin in terms of their communication. So,
oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were.
It's gonna make it a lot harder.
They were speaking in English.
Like Raga to shine.
We're seeing that, I think, in terms of the reflection. I mean, Raga's been putting his body on the line numerous times. Normally, the setup.
I don't know who the sub is, though. To be honest, I haven't really heard much about XLG, so.
But yeah, when I was watching XLG play previously against Sentinels, he was running in first as Neon, looking to get traded. That's not the guy that I was watching in China.
That's an eco round for now for XLG. Whatever was called into the timeout, adjustments to be made.
Let's see how they do on this eco, though.
A little bit later on, Jogamo was willing to take these.
What a shot from Jogamo! Holy fuck!
Big game player.
XLG might have been expecting that they got the site for free there. It's good to throw in a twist every now and then.
See it already. Spike's going to be tempted to plant there.
Spike planted.
Does Trent use his ult here?
They got to really work with. Pistols, high ground position, pushed off and away. Happy Way not to be dismayed. Off to the side though, no accounting for it already. Just wall up into their face, and Pistols just have to expend the entirety of the clip just to even start.
Whoa.
It's half-burnt already. It's
Nice. Nice. Well played. What a good retake.
They've come here to play. They want no early exit.
And on an anti-eco like that, the escort the VIP and just get Jorgamo into position, whack down the wall, and it makes those postmans really tough if you're planning to play away from the spike to any degree. And then if you're forced to play on-site, you're going to get hit by stuff like the Paranoia. Now this round, G2 have Sova ult for plant denial, Killjoy ult for retake. It only gets more difficult. XLG
yeah, what do they do here?
Fast.
XLG, I mean. How does XLG break this momentum? Plus G2 have 3 ults ready to go.
Did they get the retract?
Oh no, it broke.
It was definitely aiming to be retracted, but it did make the sound line as if it was broken. There should be a 40-second cooldown there.
The turret broken, reinforcements immediately coming. G2 looking to see if they can shore it up through mid. The question marks. This drone is going to be going straight down. Potentially broken early. Yep,
it's a good bait.
Takes it. It is that bait and switch.
Oh no! Happy Way whiff.
You can't lose that.
But good shot, Jorgamo.
Just sees the ponytail of Jorgamo. And now they're making a predictable reaction again. Fast into the A site, hit by the lockdown.
Yeah, and it's going to be stunted. Pushed back and away as well.
What a shot from Leaf. Raga's trying to make a hero play, but it just not working out.
2 players have to stand against it. 2 managed to block away. Jonah P from the picture, but that's an ult expended. Viva has let this one loose as the last player left alive, and the options dwindling now for any chance of winning the round.
It's kind of cooked. Yeah, nice.
They're skipping, they're hopping, they're all over the
Good
place,
shit, G2.
The 1v4 Sova ult. If that isn't desperation, I don't know what is.
Desperation or flustered, I'm not too sure.
But look at this game plan, I love it. You've got Coconut as the bait at the
I mean, honestly, XLG seem nervous right now.
They had a guaranteed kill there on Jorg.
That Doggamo.
And they executed it.
No, that really is the Doggamo.
Just a failure of mechanics, a failure of confidence. Showing that it's not just about the ideas, it's also about the attitude you bring into the game. And right now, G2 have come with anger, fury, a determination to win.
Jonah P getting out of there early.
For them, knocked down to this lowers, and they unfortunately have to contend with a team that everyone was calling before this as one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, I don't think there's another way of slicing it at this point in the year. It does look like G2, but, you know, if they lose this match, then suddenly all of those narratives get flipped on their head entirely.
Gone. Yeah.
It's a very different crop of teams that we've got here compared to Bangkok.
Waiting for the next round of the Viper Wall fuel to come up, and now XLG slowly creeping past the boundary. Dart into the back as well.
Oh, they're going to go fight. Oh, nice shot. Nice, Jonah P. Oh my goodness, they played right into it. G2 is looking dominant right now.
Raga once again had to be the hero.
However, I feel like it's going to be harder on attack because they have no duelist, but
not enough. Couldn't be precise with the aim.
Enemy down.
And if you need, I mean, listen, we're watching it live in real time, but if you needed any more ideas about how one-sided this has been so far, just look at the KDs of some of the G2 players.
Yeah.
Leaf's 11-1, Jorgamo's 9-1, Trent's 7-1. 3 of them have only died 1 time.
Massive turnaround for a player like Leaf.
What is XLG cooking? A fake B, maybe?
Sitting at the top now.
But I don't really think it's going to work the way that they think it's going to work.
It's brimming almost at cap here for G2.
And G2 have actually changed it up slightly. They're playing on with their Killjoy
utility.
Hold on, trying to play up onto one side.
Oh man.
Punished for it.
Jorg is trying to get a Sage Wall so that he can land.
Oh, he's trying to do a Grim Wall.
But he's,
wait a minute.
He's either missing it.
Can't get it up.
The timing.
Pause.
Actually biding his time as well. Tara, okay, drone broken.
That wall, if he hits it, gets him an angle to kill people who are crossing over to yellow.
XLG are trying to work the map a little bit here.
Oh, Leaf. That was kind of risky.
Steps up. Very long sight line, unable to get the kill there. A couple of stray bullets onto Leaf, but he just backs himself away on top of it. Now the lockdown is here. Happy Way.
They're going to use the lockdown?
Hoping to save it from post.
No, they're going to go for post.
Be ideal.
It's a good read.
Yeah.
They've taken down the Killjoy utility earlier on, and Trent, he's not going to invest his overall for that. This round has got to be, it's a must-win.
It has to be.
It's a can't-lose kind of situation.
Investments they've got as well.
And somehow they're going to lose it, hopefully.
Potential rifle spam, I think, through the wall. It might have just caught him. Unaware. Smokes are going to be dropped down now with the dart towards the back, but again, the pit obfuscates. It hides a lot. It's a blight onto the side here.
Nah, this is kind of tough, though.
Portion of it is...
Oh, Jogamo!
Oh my God! Jumps up and over, tap onto it, and
no way! How did XLG lose that?
The last remaining player of Coconut did not stand a chance. The opponent plays out like that. Confidence is sky high for G2.
What a beautiful play from Jorg.
Nah, that's a crazy play from Jog.
The Sage Wall over the top, and then he hops up, drops behind players he knows are going to take a timing. That's not just a must-win round for XLG, that's one that you really can't lose.
You know, Josh RT was stressing about that play. He said, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're doing this, Jogamo. That's why they call him Dogamo, because he's got that dog. That was actually an insane play, can't lie.
7-1.
It's only going to get much harder. G2 hold to their own as well. Pit down over towards B.
Well, holy, G2 are running away with this game, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's gonna be a quick stream today, gang. Knock on wood for that one.
I mean, it looks at the moment like we're going to get Happy Way into position over towards Pipes, which is a good position for a lockdown. The problem is, you have a Sova ult that can just come through and deny this.
True.
So these two ults from Happy Way and Trent kind of cancel each other out. And they're hoping that's going to make a distraction for this mid push.
Yeah, is Trent going to use it?
XLG looking to pounce. That's an updraft dash all the way around to the side. And Jogamo caught unaware, still not dead though.
Nice shot. Oh my goodness. Like, XLG are trying stuff, but it's just not working. Now the bomb's down in mid. It's kind of cooked. Oh, and the wall is there?
I don't know. XLG have been handed opportunities to get kills. They've just been missing them.
That Sage Wall reaction from Jorg.
They might just save.
Completely blocks the spike into mid.
30 seconds
but I would have liked to see XLG take a timing after Trent had already invested the ultimate. Wait for the Sova to be stuck inside of his ult.
One last player with a gun out.
And now in a 2v5, this round is impossible.
Yeah, they're probably just going to save.
Mike's out of reach. Is a pure save.
It's the most out of reach it could possibly be.
G2 want to deny that, though.
The spike going through mid. And these two players left in
Oh my, what a shot.
Not even a gun.
What a shot, bro.
To be saved. Flawless here for G2. It's been the case so far, almost the entirety of this map.
Another example of XLG having a nice idea but failing to execute on it. They did even get the picks, you know, or at least get an opportunity for the picks through mid. But I think their timing was too fast. They didn't wait for that distraction to come.
And it's almost like XLG like forget that that window's open.
Are we keeping it simple for the final two rounds? At least on the eco here. Looks like XLG are just going to send it.
Try and send it though. The slower has been going up towards Belt. Almost every other round the Jorgen has been playing it. Slows down the initial approach. They could flash up and over. The weaponry is not ideal.
I mean, G2 are just going to play retake again, no?
It's going to be broken here.
And when one team has so much confidence, it's just a single player holding B. Because they're never worried.
I'll push back really at any point. Ults are ready to be expended.
Oh.
They want to.
Oh my goodness, he went to go shoot the drone.
At least it was.
Good timing from Valen though.
A couple times with that Marshall.
Yeah.
And Valen peeks with the drone. Raga's got to be thinking about that. He's 3-10 right now. A brutal beginning, but so reminiscent of their first match here.
It's hard to watch in some ways, to be honest. At this point, G2.
Jorg's waiting for a player to res. No one's died in a while.
No, just pulling it out for the fun of it here. Paranoia sweeps. Lined it up onto the two of them. XLG stepping up. They need a few stray shots.
What a spam kill from Jogamo.
Still Viva will answer back. Instantaneous of the res. Jorgen's been waiting a hot minute for that one. Viva finally dealt with. Dropped. He's done the damage. Mini from below.
Hold up. We some Sheriff Demons or what? Holy. Oh my. Dang, bro. We are some Sheriff Demons.
Every single time.
They cracked with the Sheriffs.
Sentinels were saying after they played against XLG that they respected them, they were a good team, but they thought that they were slightly easier to play against because they played a standard game. And I think that's one of the things that I really respected watching XLG play domestically. They played to the meta, they played good ideas, but if the execution isn't quite there, and you're playing against squads that they're comfortable in what you should be doing, in what the expected play is. Yeah. G2 are currently just tearing it to pieces. Even the more creative stuff is getting utterly dismantled. And this feels like a last hurrah for XLG as they head over to...
What is this, Valen?
Apply a curse.
That's kind of a crazy play.
3 maybe. But they'd have to play better than currently in order to get to that spot.
They need anything they can get.
Well, now they know the op is there. I don't know why Valen is shooting the alarm bot.
At this point, why not?
I don't think Midi has used the Thrash all game. Can we get a Gecko ult out here and apply some pressure onto people? Get into deep positions on the sites. Set Raga up somewhere where they're not going to be hunting for him.
For mid. Drone.
And Drone clears him out.
He can exit here if he wants to, but I think just feeling the pressure to at least get a ping, anything to turn the tide of the way that this has been going. And here it is. Hunter's Fury, Thrash, spend it up over towards the B side and catch.
All right, Happy Way, really? We're gonna try and re-lurk.
Coconut pushed up to danger completely on his own. Raga actually
oh my goodness.
Players in his positioning.
Fully cleared out. It's just up to Raga.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to even root for G2, bro. Like, they are just cooking them.
But a go of it doesn't earn you a round.
And the coordination there.
Like, it's 10-1 right now. Holy, we're not even at halftime.
Happy Way and whether or not he should have expected that corner after he got pushed off in mid. But the players on B had a Thrash to try to work forwards, and it was only Coconut who took any space. Coconut pushes up to danger. He gets caught. Unlucky, you could argue. But where's the rest of the team?
Oh my goodness, it's the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
Some of the loudest cheering I've heard, actually. It's 10-1 here, G2. One more
I
round.
swear I've seen him at a different event. I forgot what the other event was, but...
And you're going up against the Operator on one side, the Outlaw on the other.
I swear I've seen him before.
3 players on light armor. And a half that looks unrecoverable.
I mean, yeah, at this point, kind of just GG go next half.
Sole defender over towards A. Many angles of which it can be spotted.
Oh, Jogamo. We were kind of asleep on that one.
The hubris of holding such a out in the open kind of angle.
Lockdown's going to be expended nice and early though. This is Leaf looking to try and push them back and away. Raga overstaying his welcome.
And remember now, Jogamo dead. That means no Sage Wall to be able to get that easier diffuse off. So a lot of it's around the smokes.
Paranoia is perfect. Raga, that's
wow, how did he know?
Finally, though, dismissed and dealt with.
Oh, timing. Wow, hold on now. We might have gotten a 10-2.
XLG still Leaf. Watching for it. Too many bodies, though, and a bit of
okay, XLG are down, but they're not out. We got a 10-2.
A difficult half, difficult to watch for XLG, difficult.
And we got a halftime. Holy crap. What a dominant first half, yeah. That's what I was gonna say, Caster. Stop copying me. But what a crazy first half for G2. Hopefully they can keep it up. Like I said, I'm a bit worried because they have no duelist. So that'll be questionable, to be honest. I'm not really sure how they're gonna handle that one. But real quickly, guys, I'm gonna go make some coffee. So give me a second and I will I'll be right back. I'll leave the stream on for you guys. But yeah, I want to go make some coffee. I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling over here. So give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. All right, chat, what did I miss? Any cool plays? It seems like XLG have finally gotten into the groove of things. Well, it seems like they won. What'd they win? Pistol? And then they died on Force? It's kind of what it's looking like, right?
Main, what's the call now?
Let's hop back into it.
Different direction. In through mid.
Oh, what a shot from Leaf.
If he just stayed where he was, he would have heard so much information.
Just getting antsy.
I think your comment, everybody feels like they have to be the hero right now.
Yeah, I mean,
so
obviously.
when you're down like this and not
yeah.
standard ideas are working.
30 seconds left.
You feel like you've got to take more and more risk.
Stepping forwards, Raga cheeky with the shot. The flash does connect, but Smoke's going to be obfuscating, blocking.
What a shot from Raga, though. Holy.
Still, it is 4 versus 4. Plan is down. Now for G2.
Leaf, what are you doing? Oh, what a no-scope.
Scope is optional, at least for Leaf now, and he's going to be making sure that he can stay posted up onto this position. Catching it, and you never expect this one. You never expect it at all. Spray down. G2 find themselves to 12.
All right, well, we've gotten to 12.
One final opportunity here.
Hold on, let me
XLG
open this window real quick.
to try to stabilize themselves, but there are 9 chances for G2 to close this out, and they've barely needed more than a first opportunity, a first chance in any of these rounds. They came into
Oh my God, Valen's laughing at him. He's laughing.
For G2. When they won the pistol at the
It's
very
cooked.
beginning, they were losing it.
4 laughs now, though.
Or was it round 3? Anyway, whenever they won that first round.
Oh. There's just nothing going right for XLG here.
Now, Happyway, even the movement, he ends up tripping over his shoelaces, gets caught there by Trent. The ults are good, and it's the same trio from XLG trying to make something happen again. They pushed out A in the previous round, now they've gone over to B.
Trying to P. Oh, he's in transit. He's blocked by the
Ooh.
barrels. Could have had an exit perhaps, maybe, but Middy's going to be dropping him nevertheless.
I mean, to be fair, it's a very new map, isn't it? Those barrels only just got recently added.
A lot of changes to Icebox recently, so...
All right, bro, stop making fun. Everybody gets caught up on stupid shit like that. Let me tell you, there's been countless games where I get caught on a corner because either the landscape shifted or fucking there's some box somewhere. Oh my Jogamo!
And leaves it down to Coconut in a 1v2, all for the map, all here and now.
Nice. Well, we got map 1. That was quick. Bro, we didn't even hit an hour. That was quick.
Very businesslike from the #1 seed from Americas. They come in, get the job done, and they're out. Next map, Haven.
This is looking bad for XLG. Keep it a buck. Because now it's Haven, right? And I'm pretty sure that's G2's pick. So I'm not really sure how they're gonna go about doing that one. Gotta get the mutes going. Yeah, I don't really know how that's gonna go for them. Let's see here. Oh, so I was right. XLG won the pistol and then somehow they lost the force. Holy crap, bro. Everybody was not doing too well though. Holy, 29% headshot ratio. Yikes. I mean, Leaf had a 24, but you know, Leaf is winning and he's 22-5. So can you really blame the dude? Very interesting, man. I don't know what to say about that. That was just a dominant match from G2. It seems like XLG just weren't ready, and maybe they were like asleep at the wheel. Hopefully Haven will be better. Hopefully. No guarantees on that one, though. To be completely honest. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh my goodness, we got 2 whole minutes. Man, what's Tarek doing? Playing Wordle. Should I play Wordle? I'm down to give it a go. Let's get it a go, bro. Each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. The color of the titles will change to show how close you are. W is in the word and in the correct spot. Alright. Let's go with 5-letter word, huh? Let me think here. No, that's not a 5-letter word. Here, we'll do it like Tarek does. We'll keep the game pulled up here. What's a 5-letter word? My brain is not braining right now, to be completely honest with you. Is smoke a 5-letter word? Oh, it is. And we fucking suck. Okay. No, that's not a 5-letter word. Times? Okay, so we got an I. Yield? Limes? Oh my goodness. Hold on, we got an interview.
We think Teo's like completely nerfed to the ground, so probably don't expect too much of that. But yeah, Icebox Sage just makes a lot of sense. It's always been really good, so we just figured like we could make our own variation with the Sage comp. So that's how we arrived at that.
So no Teho today. Valen said there might be Teho.
I'll keep you guys like guessing. You know, maybe there's Teo, maybe there's not Teo, but you know we'll wait and see.
As always.
If they pull out a Teo, I'd be kind of surprised.
G2 have finally picked up their first map win here at Masters Toronto. I'm your host and I'm back here once again, joined by Mimi and
Alright, hold on. I really gotta lock in here.
I didn't get a chance to eat my lunch and it was over.
Yep, that game was
LI.
insanely fast.
What would have an
This was
LI in
like
it?
the ultimate bounce back game for G2 after that super rough Paper X loss to just come out here and absolutely stomp on Icebox.
I feel like her breakdown on the analyst desk is going to last longer than that match we just witnessed.
Wow, wow. I mean, it was very, very fast.
Yeah.
You heard it there from Josh RT as well. They were going to play the Sage.
So
They
be
like
like
it.
maybe
So let's
this.
take a look a little bit more of Jogamo Sage here in the HyperX reflex moment of the day. Mimi, there was one moment of a TikTok Sage we saw.
Yeah, for the most part, it was really normal stuff, playing the high EV, safe wall for retake, and then...
No, this was a
the
crazy
picture
play.
was
If this is the
pretty
play that I
safe
think it
there.
is.
4v4,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the play that I think it
he's
is.
up, and he not only walls off the spike, but also boosts himself top yellow to work all the way around, jump down, and get
What's crazy is that somebody
this
saw him
is
too,
a
and they didn't kill
round-winning
him.
play for G2, and it's cool to see Josh
Was it
still have that
Coconut?
agency to make plays, even when he's
It
on
had to have
someone
been
like Sage.
Coconut.
And I think it goes back to what Josh RT, the coach, was mentioning in terms
Yeah,
of
no,
their
it definitely
agents
was
wanting
Coconut,
on
and
this
Coconut
map
didn't
now
kill
for
him.
G2. It's not necessarily
That's
just
unfortunate
on the
for him.
Sage that's easy to land,
Dude, I don't even know, bro.
but also bringing the Omen out instead of that Jet. So it
Prime?
really allowed for them
Oh,
on the
wait.
defensive side to really try to force these close-range battles against
Yeah, it's cooked.
XLG
Um,
and not really allow Warguard to get long-range battles like we said. And it was an opportunity to play a lot of ops on the attack backside.
I don't know,
on
man.
the side of XLG, and they were basically neutered in terms of the economy.
Yeah, this Sage Omen makes retakes so much easier on this map. That paranoia you're talking about,
Quail?
such a strong tool. Even just
So strong.
The
throwing down
word was
retakes
quail?
one ways on your A retakes, it is great as well. I love this comp pivot from G2.
And it helps that they got almost all of the first kills too.
Yes, they absolutely stomped in this way. What XLG does a lot is playing 4-1s with
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
elsewhere on the map.
This is why I don't play Wordle, man. I'm not smart enough for Wordle.
Having mid-round walk-ups to clear out these lurkers.
Keep it a
and
buck. I am not smart enough for Wordle.
The Killjoy and the Viper were 0 and 5 in first kills in that first half. Your lurkers cannot be dying first that often. G2 absolutely punished them.
And you weren't playing like a G2 stage comp too.
Oh, this coffee is healing my soul, though, chat. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Garage, you could focus more on mid and A control. It was just basically used on the retakes. So if you have somebody like Joggimo that's putting up these numbers, also getting.
Are you guys more coffee or tea people? I feel like coffee is just infinitely better than tea, but that's just my opinion.
Eliminate the utility on the side of G2.
Yeah, I think they needed to play a little bit more passive, a bit more contained for XLG.
My ear itches.
Their comp is actually really good at kind of re-clearing into space, but I feel like they rushed into some
Chat,
of those
should we see if we get
players
can get a
so many
co-host here?
rounds. And I really fear this
Let me
is
see what I can do.
completely out of control now for XLG.
Yeah, because we're moving on to G2's map pick, Vansili Haven being up next. This is gonna be a very tall task for XLG.
Definitely, and when you're thinking about the nerf of the Taeho going into this event, you remember the G2 composition that used to, coin the Viper on how he was so good to isolate things and to kick things off here on their attack and the lurks that they could do here when they're playing a 3-side map and, trying to force these rotates out from your opponents. So if you're going back to that type of play stuff for G2, it could still be very strong.
Yeah, and you
I
can
feel
do
very
that
lonely
on
here,
the
chat. I'm gonna keep it a
also just
buck. I'm feeling very, very lonely.
Yoru, you could go to a neon look instead as well. Jaw's great there. So they have a lot of choice here. But I definitely would love to see another double controller comp.
Yeah, and I would love to hear what's going on in the camp of XLG. So let's send it down to Jen with Coach Havoya.
Jen here with Havoya next to me. Now, Coach, Midi picking up an agent that he's never played with the team before. A bold move, given the short notice. So what compelled you to do it?
Because of change of our main player to Midi as a sub, we had to sacrifice some roles, and this is the most comfortable role for him, as he felt. So that's why he went to play Gecko.
Thank you for the insight. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
They gotta dig a little bit deeper on this one because
Yeah.
otherwise they're gonna be eliminated in a very sad way fashion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to bring that back up.
Yeah.
We gotta get into that playbook, bro. How deep is that playbook?
I'm so sorry.
You're catching me off guard, Yansu.
I'm feeling a little bit sad way right now. What about you two? Are you sad way or happy way?
I'd say I'm more happy when I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood. G2's winning.
Oh, of course, of course.
My guy.
2-0 here.
My goat.
0 here. This is an excellent map for G2. XLG looks.
Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
They are not playing together in the same level that G2 is. Leaf's on a roll. Jaw's on a roll. Like, this has all metrics of a quick 2-0 stomp to start a lower bracket run.
Yeah, you're in another territory now for XLG where it's against G2, because if you're looking at how they played in the region, yes, it worked out. You're spamming that Taeho composition, and then maybe in between, I think
Okay.
that's for XLG, they were able to get a little bit of practice with.
Yeah, nah, chat. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think we're getting a co-host, sadly.
5 rounds only. So it really for XLG side, it's just
We get a Vice on Haven? An ISO? Okay, Joggamo's trolling. Hold on. Joggamo and Leaf might be trolling. Oh wait, no, Leaf isn't trolling. He's got a Vice.
They are going to go into a double controller look here. At least that's what they're hovering. This is similar to what teams like Gen G have been bringing out, and I think it's super strong. The way this comp works is because you're playing that
Oh, nah.
you can drop a flash.
Oh, nah.
And you get so much kind of fog of war creation with the 2 smokes on attack. You get great retakes and stolen. I'm a fan of this, fans.
And the variation that you have for G2 is now you have Leaf on that Vice, and Leaf has been so good as a Sentinel role as well. So
Not the production delays, bro. Yesterday was horrible. I don't know. I know I wasn't live, but if you guys saw the Gen G versus Fnatic game, holy crap. Apparently there was like some local power outage or something, and it caused the stream to go offline for a while. Dude, it was like 15 minutes or something. It was crazy.
Well, we need to see a step up here from XLG. And
Wait, sideshow.
playing against G2. Not letting their foot off the gas one bit. Change up in the composition. Desk was already alluding to.
Who left?
G2. I mean, there's been this heavy shift, I think, as well, gradually, that we've seen this event where more
I thought he left.
opting into a bit more Viper being played across the board.
Happyway's Cypher is going to have to do a good job once the side swap of denying potential lurks from Jonah P. Or Leaf even using the Viper wall. But now that we're focused on the attack side, my eyes are on XLG. Can their double initiators combo together to set Raga up for success? This comp is not a million miles away from what they were previously running and having so much success with.
Jordan already going exploring up through mid here with a flash and a horn up towards the top. And
Whoa, whoa!
It's a lot of damage, no slight kill, but
Valen might be dead.
Happyway trying to catch him.
Oh my goodness, this is already different. Okay, Trent, what are we doing there?
It's a beautiful idea from G2, and yet no kills whatsoever.
Spike planted.
All going the way of XLG. They now have C control, garage lurk, 5v2. Couldn't get a better beginning.
Does Raga go for a wrap? It seems like it. It seems like he's going for the wrap. Oh, the one way is crazy. That's so hard to deal with.
At this point, XLG going to be able to get that strong start they were hoping for.
Oh, good shot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough round to win.
Got it all handled.
Okay, XLG, hold on. We got a second wind all of a sudden.
The flash and the haunt. Caught onto 4 or 5 players there in grass.
Yeah, I can't believe nobody got one.
They couldn't actually finish off a kill. And XLG turned the fight on them.
Let's go!
XLG previously were running the Taeho Breach version of this composition. Very similar. I don't think moving away to Sova Breach hurts you too much at all. Changes things slightly, but should still put Raga in.
Okay, they know there's a player garage. Oh, Valen got scanned.
They've played so far has not really done that. Empowered their star player.
Oh, this is crazy, bro. If that smoke goes down, Trent might be in trouble.
Big group pump. Discipline going to be required here when you're clearing out towards a lobby. XLG making moves towards it, but
this is scary.
Might just be sticking out towards the side and
yeah, I mean,
best start that he's had in a map so far.
Oh, what a flick.
Up over towards the top of that ledge. Happy to pop them, and Leaf, last one left.
I mean, Leaf got one.
Not for much longer. 2-0 beginning here for XLG. This is what they needed to get the.
All right, XLG found their second win, bro. We might have a match.
Belief too. Yeah. I think they were playing with massively lacking confidence on Icebox. It does make some level of sense. They're a team that's had to undergo a roster change coming into Masters Toronto, which has hurt them. And then they've been rattled in their
text messages. What's up with this?
Kind of destroyed. 13-6, 13-6. This is the first time it really feels like they've got their feet underneath them. Smoke up towards Bricks, pushes Trent back, taking a bit of short and long control. No immediate reaction.
It's interesting that they go for a fade instead of a Sova on this map, because Trent's a good Sova player, so I don't really know why they decide to go for a fade instead of a Sova here.
Bit of a long control. Giving it up now. Coconut going to be rejoining.
Leaf, you are aiming way too high. You're aiming for Yao Ming, bro.
Flash and a drone up and over.
Oh my god, what are we doing, Leaf?
It's off to an absolute heater. Beginning here of Haven.
Jorg's thinking about how to get past this trip over towards the seaside of the map, because he's pushed up and got good information. It's allowing them to stay
good jiggle
over here towards A.
Players up. G2 might be able to put a stop to this. Paranoia's already going to be sweeping past. Vulnerability.
Oh.
Used here with a snake bite. Aftershock into the
somehow Trent got out.
Puts a bit of fear into XLG as well. Now they're going to start scurrying into a different direction, right into Jorgamo perhaps, but no. B seems to be the goal.
Yeah, they're going into B.
But they've gotten a bit lucky. The Leaf's already gone.
Okay, good kill on the lurk, but Jorgamo gets taken out.
Down on through the bottom of mid, but here comes the re-exploration of G2. Through Link now.
And we're just all three stacked A main. This is not good.
Ready to explode. They spotted it, just trying to see if they can get any sort of easy access to these fights.
Gotta hit your shots here, G2. That's a good start. That's a great start. That is an amazing start, actually. Hold up.
Slightly better weaponry, slightly poor crosshair placement from Happyway in his position at the back of the B site. No util for either team. And G2's coordination makes the difference.
Okay.
That could have been an opportunity for XLG to win a really big
G2
bonus.
is alive and breathing, at least. We are alive.
I don't think they had full knowledge that all of those players were coming through the A connector. Raga did go down to 2 of them on A though, so I think they should have.
Come on, heat up, G2, heat up.
It looked like they were just worried about other avenues. Now though, we could see a set play round. XLG usually good with these. Once they have ults, off the rip, Raga pops the dimensional drift.
This one flying forward.
Ooh, tried to break it.
Early. It's a shock top, sent flying in.
Just instantly take all of B site. Oh, but they're fast retaking. How did Jogamo get away with 2? Oh! Oh wait, Leaf was behind him. I forgot about that. I thought Trent just like domed him.
No stopping him.
But it's rare that we see them play for fast flood defending like that. Usually a little bit of a slower team, a little bit more happy to let you get the site and wait for a plant to go down. Here,
how did Jogamo get into the trip or into? Yeah, how did Jogamo get there?
Really early that the ult was going into B, and there were players ready to pop flash through that instantly. The C's as well, grabbing big value from Trent. And XLG, while they
all right,
like
let's go G2. We're alive and breathing.
And their economy's shattered.
And XLG are on a save.
Smoke.
Valen looking. Oh.
Get a few more. Happyway. It's called Trent.
Oh, he just heard him.
Straight back up and hello.
Oh my goodness.
Toppled. XLG kick the doors down over towards A, and they're going to cause G2 to scurry their way around. It's only Jonah P who's going to be home.
It's unbelievable value from Happyway. They're picking up these guns. Jonah's got to try to stop them going for something quick.
Yeah, their only chance is Jonah P stalling this one out. Tucks himself into the short position, looking to try and get embedded. The damage on the Happyway prize, enough to try and stop him. TP in forwards, but again, no one's covering. No one's watching it. Doubled up though, round towards it. You got to try and do the most now. The XLG rifles down.
And they line up for him. Oh my goodness.
A small mistake at the very end from XLG.
Wow, that really should have been XLG's round. I'm not gonna lie.
Not going wide enough on the swing, and Leaf, he gets so much damage done, skewers them. A headshot from the Guardian.
XLG call a timeout, maybe.
XLG almost managed to make a pretty impossible round happen there off the back of Happyway. I think credit there, so much of it needs to go to Jonah P though as well. Because with that old pop, with the snake bite, with his kill in short, he bought enormous amounts of time for Valen and Leaf to come through into A.
Yeah, timeout XLG.
Also landed onto a ton of players as they were coming through long. XLG were not fast enough to actually commit off the back of the Cypher ultimate.
Stalled all the way out there from heads-up thinking, really, at Jonah P. This is the reoccurring issue, I think, that we've been spotting now, watching XLG. Whether it's the additions as well, where the communication's going a bit miss, because they're having to compensate, I think, for MIDI coming in. But it's slow. There's a lot of hesitation in terms of the steps that XLG take.
I think they actually might.
Yo, what's up, Valen? Definitely just stared into my eyes, but I ain't gonna complain.
You don't have to
That's Valen.
like that. You actually could have gone and retrieved the weapons in long and short, and then called a pause. You know that they're going to be panicking and running towards A. So just pump the brakes and play the player advantage. If you're not in prime form with your communication, and you have to play slowly anyway because things need to be translated on the fly, you might as well play a really structured, slow game.
Yeah, that is true. I kind of forgot about that. They have like a translation issue.
The defense is going to be dealt with. No more thorns in through Garage to slow this one down.
They are potentially facing into the operator though. Jorgamo's
Good
picked
molly.
this one off. He's got it facing towards C right now, but could easily swing towards Garage.
This is kind of risky from Jogamo, I'm not gonna lie.
That's his get out of jail card, in case he is overwhelmed.
Leaf also just used his Vice Flash to re-clear towards Garage. They dropped the Viper wall, flashed in, and they know that there's nobody been inserted there.
Trent's doing a lot here. He's breaking a dart. A lot of presence here is going to be flashed up. And it has pulled players successfully over towards A. So working the map a bit slower from XLG.
Where are you?
And they found that avenue. Like you said, Jorgamo's now no longer on C with the operator.
Okay, nothing long, but
They've got all options open.
What is the call that they're making? They had players ready to go into a
yeah,
potential
Trent saw him.
split.
You guys can't see it, but I'm looking on the
Towards A
mini-map.
Anyway, it's being reinforced. There's players here waiting off to the side, including Trent tucked into the corner.
30
Inside the
seconds
Viper
left.
roar, but Raga's
Oh,
still
good
TP
pick.
into the back. Nothing else to really supplement the rest of that one after shock.
Yeah, I mean, he's stuck.
Trent's pushed out into the open, but with that operator in the hand,
Okay, Jogamo.
Short is on lockdown. Flash, dodged up and over towards the top. Supplementary util.
Oh!
And it's a scramble, a mad dash from XLG.
Now it's looking like XLG might be panicking a bit here.
G2 with this new composition and a ton of ideas of how they want to play it on the A site. We already saw Jonah in one of the previous rounds lock it down. This time, you got Jorg sending a cute little flash up and over the top, and then picks up Mini. You see Trent hiding inside the Viper roll, but A long. A really aggressive position from him. But he's also playing anti-flash and can turn around to deal with that gate crash from Raga on the entry. Cute ideas. The G2 get 4 in a row. Knocking XLG's economy down once again. And Happy Way.
Oh, this is
tries
bold.
to take space.
Oh, what a shot.
To the dome. Call it overkill. An immediate reposition as well. Jorg's in a different spot. Nothing's going right now for XLG.
The spam. Raga's 1-2. Oh.
What?
What?
That one's supposed to be. You gotta get a replay of that. That's supposed to be headed towards backside, and Raga just walked in front of it.
And at this point, if Oral is
Oh,
not in the
no.
ready,
Nothing's perfect.
Oh, no. How did that happen?
that's a brutal one.
I know that they're having comms issues, but
What in the hell is happening there?
How did that happen?
get Sean on speed dial. I mean,
Okay.
show us this. What's going on here?
Oh, it hit his clone. Oh, my goodness.
We've been there. We've all been there.
Oh, the coach is so pissed at that
We
one.
learned that the other day.
Yeah, you can shoot a recon on top of its head if you want, but I mean, you can also shoot a shock dart and do
That's
crazy damage to your own squad.
A brutal one, and it's fast going from XLG. Euroalt, or Omenol, I should say.
They were thinking about it.
TP up towards heaven is going to be broken. Raga forward.
Oh, Raga's big stuck.
Way towards the side.
And he's still
Trent's already
TP.
there. Perfect with the util haunt. Just out Raga's outline. Jorgamo even going to be using his own dimensional drift out. Spots it out. Plenty of players left waiting around to the side. Re-exploration, re-clearing. Cord 4, TP. Flash waiting. Prime can let loose here in G2.
Okay.
But Pouncey got the opportunity to draw out
Nah,
even
G2
more
is locked
blood.
in.
XLG
I mean, Happy Way is all the way into B, but
they may have an opportunity to go a bit further. There's a game of timings.
the bomb is down A long, bro. The breach couldn't get out.
But I think that the round should just be dead. I mean, the spike is surrounded by G2 players.
There's no retrieving it, is there?
Yeah, he's dead here.
On the side here is Leaf waiting.
Happy Way's probably just gonna save. He looks frustrated.
Spot to play in, but like you mentioned,
Yeah, I mean, what
30
you
seconds left.
what can you do in this spot? It's not like you're going to be going for the pathing to get the spike, is it? I mean, how would you even begin to pull that off?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's gonna be a
ideas,
save
though,
from
against
Happy
G2.
Way.
They're so aware.
What is
of
going
the
on with
potential.
XLG?
There's
I mean,
no
honestly,
XLG.
like, they didn't
Break
look
the
this
Omenol
bad
forward,
when they
cause
went
for
up
pressure
against
for it to get
Sentinels.
cancelled. And then
10
Trent
seconds left.
is
Granted, it was a bit
on-site,
easier
baiting
than
out the breach
Wolves,
ultimate,
but
and then throws a haunt.
I mean,
which
they're
is
China's #1
perfect.
seed. Like, how did this happen?
Trent has been a nightmare for Raga to deal with.
Which means they had to have beaten Wolves, they had to have beaten EDG, they had to have beat all these teams.
On another one of them, he's throwing a haunt and killing him through a smoke.
Oh my goodness, I thought he almost whiffed that, I'm not gonna lie. But like the haunt, like nobody's breaking the haunt for Raga.
No chance for him to break that.
One enemy remaining.
And of course, the flash re-clear with the teleport out through A long. beautiful ideas. And it's all working.
That goes there.
XLG look to
Trip
show
window
G2 a
this
bit of their own
time.
medicine here. Stingers on 3 of the players. And as overall, in case things get a little bit tricky, XLG will be trying to win this one.
Shock's not going to do much there for the Vice Wall. Obviously intended for the thorns that have been placed prior. TP into the
Whoa, whoa!
Just can't get out of dodge. Still, it's there, available, ready, and waiting.
All right.
To try and flood his way in the
What the hell was that, Valen?
XLG, though, the ones dominating. Oh, as I say that, Leaf is going to take out 2
Leaf
of them.
almost made it work though, but like, come on, Valen, what the hell was that, bro? That was terrible.
Nobody's capable
Shooting
of-
for their toes.
Spike.
Coconut's going to be able to put down a one-way for the spike. They can play over towards long, but it
Yeah,
will
they're just gonna
offer
play post
potentially
here.
opportunities for Trent to pick them off if his aim can be good enough. Vandal, powerful at long
Could
range.
use his ult here.
And I think he should start to get the read that they're playing off-site here down C long.
Reveals his position. Now time to send some util flying forwards here. Sees, deaded. That's going to be cutting up the close
Sees on Coconut.
Forces players out wide into the open. It's Happyway who takes the peak.
Happyway
Time ticking, though,
already
onto this
peeked
spike,
it.
and the spot just unwinnable now. Happyway.
Unfortunate.
Doesn't
No
land that
way.
shot, though. Still, there might be an opportunity. There might be a chance.
Oh, there could have been a way that he wins that. There's a universe in which he wins that. I'm not gonna lie.
XLG chose to play the time there, choosing to go for 2 1v1s instead of double swinging. The clock had been starting to tick a little bit. But I think, listen, dial back, big picture. It's a good round from XLG. They came into this one with mostly a light buy, 3 stingers, bit of a thrifty. They've come away with the victory.
Not gonna lie,
6 to 3
G2.
though, they're gonna need more of
That's an all good round, bro. We kind of got caught off guard with their rush into B.
that they've had all tournament, I would argue.
It's kind of, you know, it is what it is.
Been able to put 3 together.
Ooh, the spams from Jonah P.
Jonah P. He's doing some work. He's doing some damage. The bullets landed onto Happyway. He's dropped down to just
That would have been
barely
crazy.
XLG have got a really nice read right now that this wall is up on front
Oh, Jonah, what are we doing, bro?
This angle right now. Raga's got you watched.
Jonah, you.
Flash dodged. And
Yeah,
there's the
Jonah,
peek, and
come
there's the
on,
get
bro.
out.
What are we
Raga.
doing? Why are we
Good
playing so
punish.
close,
He's got
bruh?
great information just from the sound.
Like, it's not even
They
worth
all
it at
know
that point, bro.
exactly
Just
what
back
Jonah
up.
was going for there with the hop up. Trent takes a shot as Happyway feeds into this B lurk position. XLG, they're playing slowly. And a kill happened there on both ends. Raga also punished Trent for an info peek.
Raga hasn't cleared that. I think he's missed it on top of the box. And he's just out into the open. Jogamo, there with a trade. Raga might have just done enough though. Still that TV forwards, Midi. It's going to be
Whoa,
sharp
what did
with
I
the
just
right
miss?
hand, finally putting a stop to it.
Okay, 1v2.
Rampant, ever so slight
If anybody can do
here.
it, it's
Viva
Leaf.
Left to do it now. Jump spot out into the open.
Oh,
Stray
good
shots,
spam.
damage and spamming all. Oh my, no coverage
No.
inside.
No. XLG, we can't let that happen, bro.
A jumping right click, magnetized onto the head of Midi. Leaf knew exactly that he had that opportunity to try to force the play. Knew that the player
I don't know, bro. XLG, I don't know, brother.
Also, Lady Luck very firmly on his side.
How's he getting away with that?
It's not like Midi was 1 HP either.
No.
But he leaps out of heaven for a Red Bull clutch in a round where Raga, I think, had done what should have been enough.
One enemy remaining.
Look at this again.
Joking.
I think he got 104 on that right click.
Joking.
One went to the dome, one probably hit his body.
They didn't
Josh RT was like, holy
if we're
crap,
being
that was
honest,
risky,
I
bro.
don't think they need that. But it's 7-3 and XLG down to Sheriffs again.
Can't catch a break. Clone's going to be broken nice and early, though. This one causing a few problems. Shocked at. Close. A lot of util is going to be.
Valen, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see a, I'd love to see a flash out of you.
It is fault line forwards and a C's to meet them. Locking them down. XLG can step no further. At least for now, Araga re-exploring. Risks to be taken with just the Sheriff in hand.
XLG did win that thrifty before. There's a head.
Timing.
Shoulders. Valen's going to be done.
Valen is asleep, bro. It's a good thing he's a good IGL, because he is not a good player.
It's not like he's using that initiator util Mostly just setting himself up
no
for kills.
way. I mean, he was dragging most of the G2 players away, but a flash got a connection. Contact over towards A, and it's caused them scurrying back and over, but XLG are playing the long con. Going back over towards Raga, why not? But he earned himself the entirety of the C site.
That's a very
Could have been a kill there.
rotate from Viva going through mid there, exposing himself to B and Garage. But they make it through. No casualties.
30 seconds left.
Should be
I mean,
plant.
they're just gonna retake C here. But here's the problem, right? They're gonna try. Oh, Raga with the play. Raga! Raga! Oh!
Right when they needed him most.
Holy Raga!
That's what you're hoping for from XLG's superstar.
Face your fear.
Knew that he had to make
Oh, that was a good
the
play.
only player with a rifle. Utterly solo as well.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
That's
we
how
were
you get
talking
yourself
so
a
much
contract
about
next year.
in China, how brilliantly he
That's how you get the
usually set up
contract.
initiates the utility. And by the team's game plans, he does occasionally have solo plays here and there, but this round was just all on his own. Deadlifting XLG.
Oh, what a pixel peek, brother.
Hand poking out Trent. He's gonna need a bandage for that one.
All right, chat. We may have gotten some co-hosts.
And he won't
Oh,
even
but
get a chance in
Giacomo's
this
got his
round.
own
Runs
op.
into Giacomo, takes an op bullet to the chest. And now the rest of XLG have to try to put a game
Hello?
plan together without their star player.
Hello.
Without the dimension.
I'm streaming, by the
watch
way.
party.
Mike?
And it's the last
Well,
one in the
she's
half.
here for watch party.
Omega's here for emotional
We're gonna
comfort.
spot out these players now. Dimensional.
What?
Okay.
I never said that.
Great info.
Too bad.
You know that the Cypher's
Okay,
lurking
thanks,
somewhere.
guys.
You know that all three of the other
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even know how long this watch party is gonna continue on for. G2 is kind of dominating. I'm not gonna lie.
Flash.
Yeah, he has.
That's good,
No
because I'm pretty
acknowledgement
sure
on
I
that
put them in my pick'ems.
Very fast timing.
About as good as the timing as he could possibly.
They
hope.
already played map 1, and map 1 was over in like 30
Leaping away
minutes.
For a reaction, Thorns pop there at 40 seconds. Jorgs on an island.
And happy way.
What are we looking at, G2?
Making sure that he can really take advantage of the fact here over towards C.
No.
He full sticks it. He full sticks it. He's
No.
all the way in through into
Oh,
the
dude,
No.
if only he got 2.
In the
If
end,
only he
XLG
got 2,
now
that would have been
do have finally
fire.
open access to that C site.
This
What
would
a
be
good work being put in.
This would be an incredible round for XLG to get a 7-5 half, more than they could have dreamed of early.
Happy way. He's got the operator in his hands here. Misses
Whoa,
first
the
shot.
whiff.
Bam! Trying to run this guy down all the way. The ults though have been
Oh,
up midi.
unfortunate. Alright, we're at the half.
Sends them packing 7-5.
Alright, at least this map is a bit closer than the last one.
Finally, a bit of fire in the belly from some of these players.
And a poetic way to end as well. Round 11, a
Are
complete
you streaming
solo
on
play
Twitch?
from
One
Raga.
enemy remaining.
I'm streaming on Twitch and
Carrying his
YouTube.
team across the finish line. And then in the final round, Raga goes down early and the rest of the team get it done without him. Both halves of XLG working well.
Why do you ask?
I was debating if I wanted to open up the regular stream, or if I just wanted to open up your stream, or
When Verizon announced that I could.
If you watch my stream, you're gonna be a few seconds behind me.
Aw,
Just to let you know.
but it's supporting the homies.
I mean, that is true. But yeah, this has been a kind of a crazy match, I'm not gonna lie. You guys missed it. I tried playing Wordle,
Yeah.
and I'm very bad at Wordle.
Today's Wordle?
Yeah.
Let me try this real quick. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay.
Oh, I already have 3 letters.
Yeah, I only got
Oh,
2,
nah.
and I missed everything.
Oh, I have 4 letters.
Bro, what are you putting? What are you putting in which you have 4 letters?
Squid and then toast were my first 2 words.
Squid and what?
Toast.
I Let's do bread first. Hold on. Don't tell me what it is. I'm gonna do it.
I'm not.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna die. That's the interesting part. I was opening up Wordle.
Wait, what other?
See, that's what I said.
I don't know this word, but I have the first 4 letters all green.
How do you have the first 4 letters all green and you don't know the word?
I don't know the word, man. I don't know what word this is.
I think you're overthinking it, bro. Alright, halftime's over. Back to the watch party.
XLG must win here on Haven in order to prolong their stay in Toronto. And G2, they're going to be looking to get back into that dominant form they were on Icebox, where they tore through the Chinese squad.
Alright, G2 on attack.
Both of these teams.
Let's see how they handle this. And they start off with an opening pick. Okay.
Tried to take a fight.
Why is Raga so far? Why is he so pushed up?
Slow down.
Like he's not even on the defender side of long, bro. He pushed up into their own.
A bit of a pause, I suppose, into play and re-exploration through mid. XLG have got a lot of space off the back of this, a lot of information.
Oh, what a good flash!
Oh.
Somebody either peeking garage or on the flank.
Okay.
To the corner. Uh-oh. Snake bite round towards the back, flash into your face on top of it. Jorgamo.
Oh, Jorgamo with the whiff.
Relatively well. G2 though, can they follow up on the most of it? And get the trade onto midi, but this anchor smoke.
Oh, they know somebody's in here. Oh, okay, Valen.
Valen drops one, dropped himself, traded in a moment's notice. Up towards the top though, no more smokes.
Oh, they saw him heaven.
Happy way, just poking his head out. Spike has been dropped out into the open.
Yeah, and that's a little bit tough because they know there's a player over towards heaven.
Yeah, this is cooked.
And very little health.
Somebody's just got to risk it for the biscuit.
Just has to be the double hold as they reclaim it, retrieve it. Scurrying back now to safety, getting that plant down.
Yeah, and I think Happy Way missed his timing to have influence in this round.
Could have potentially done it, but now G2 going to be tucked in safe positions, trying to play a bit more discipline, and there it is. As soon as
yeah, that's a risky play from Happy Way.
Leaf is supposed to be the pivotal point.
Good recover, bro. Good recover from G2.
And let's rewind to the very beginning of this pistol. You see here,
I don't know what Raga's doing there.
In theory, you've got that breach Sober composition that should be a little bit better at locking off A lobby and setting Raga up for the early fights. But G2 are through. I mean, they got fast into that area, wall up, wall down, and they're in. G2 should be playing slower mid-rounds with the Viper in their composition, the double smokes comps.
Did he get the Wordle?
People like Leaf or Jonah to
no,
go
I
for
haven't
lurks.
started it yet. Hold on.
No.
But
Mike, you trying to see the loot spread?
Like this one.
Not right now.
Single digits. Stave off most of the aggression, though, that XLG were going for on their eco.
Lurk up B, but
being brought into this one.
Breach is jiggle peeking. I don't really know what they.
And somewhere close, although Happy Way's actually playing the Bucky.
I've never seen this.
Over towards A long.
Yeah.
Really bizarre. But it's also
I don't
not
care
an
about
area
your
that
ads,
G2 are currently
Wordle.
exploring.
All eyes towards C.
Will Coconut get cleared here? Oh, he did. And the spam. That's unfortunate. Leaf is probably. Wow. Oh. Of course he has a
I'll be
bucky.
back.
Upgrades, potentially? Downgrades? I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. Do you want a stinger? No, I'd rather have the Marshall apparently.
I don't think he's coming back.
We'll have
Keep
to
it
get
a
a run
buck.
on though. Try and put a stop to this here.
Oh, damn.
God, man.
What a shot from
That
Trent.
looked sharp, but he was also facing the haunt. So would have been lit up like a Christmas tree on Trent's screen. 3 players trying to come back in here.
3v3.
You've got a Bucky or a Stinger to work with. It's going to be tough.
Let's see what they can do. Util readily available here with a fault line at least. Alongside the dart. Paranoia, hold on.
What? How did he actually get one?
Eventually going down. Discipline being played. G2 just waiting for the game to come to them. And
Nice. Well played. But like,
they know that game well.
why did Trent swing so wide
There's been
there?
damage done there. I mean, if XLG can put together a decent buy, which they should be able to, because they only forced Marshall and Bucky.
I don't know how Trent actually gets one there.
Oh, I got the Wordle in 5.
But this is now going to be a
Damn.
must-win round for
I
them.
did not get the Wordle.
G2 are coming in with double stingers.
Why y'all so good at Wordle, bro?
I don't know, man. I'm really good at English.
To be clear,
that was
they
like the
can't
one
hear
thing
Josh in
I
that
excelled
moment.
at in
Oh,
school.
nah. English is the one thing I, like, tried, but couldn't.
Is that stun like I'm talking about?
I couldn't pass to save my life.
For A-lobby control.
Raga to take out Valen, but he is traded.
Yeah, so best case he's managed is going 1 for 1. And I'm not sure that
That
that's
and
enough
science,
like
bro. I
this.
was not very good at science either.
G2 slow
I was like
things down.
okay,
XLG
but
take the response into mid.
I don't know. Science, I was a
Splash,
solid
Vice
C
Flash up on the
student.
screens, always available to get the info.
See, I was bad at
Wait
math.
now, plenty of bullets left waiting, and more where that came from, Jonah P.
No, really just
knows
math.
where that
Actually,
fight
I was
went.
okay
He
at
lurking
science
around
and
towards the
English.
side, and Midi does a
Not
decent
remembering
job
the
of it
other
still
stuff.
into the
History
1v1.
I was okay
It's
at.
Leaf versus Viva.
I was really
It's
good
a
with
must-win
history,
game for Viva.
but I think that's
G2's bonus. They can still
favoritism.
afford to buy into the next. Viva can't.
I just didn't care. I mean, not that I like didn't.
She'll set up.
Not that I didn't care.
Those
But I
who do
cared
not care
less.
about history are doomed to repeat it.
I know. I remember the history. I'm pretty sure the quote is, those who
Viva's
don't
had a nightmare of
remember
a map so far.
history.
It's 2 and 10.
Alright, well,
This
I
will be
don't
everything
remember
for
the
the
exact quote,
Hasn't
bruh.
seen much. He's going to reveal his hand. Deep dart down, and it clears one of the angles.
I was just really
forward.
good. I was just pretty good
Doesn't
with
know where to
dates.
expect Leaf though, creeping around, crawling around this guy. It's all
I'm good
over
with
the
names.
what a
place.
wrap.
Practically in the walls.
And it's a gorgeous plan.
Math, I was alright in math. I don't know. At a certain point, it got a little advanced for me. Except for geometry. I hated geometry, bro.
I love geometry. I think our brains are just wired differently.
Nah, I was trash at geometry. I couldn't understand it for the life of me. I was actually surprisingly decent at algebra when I actually tried.
I think that round though was everything for the Chinese squad.
Good shit, bro.
That's a bonus conversion here for G2. 10-5 now. Not letting their foot off the gas. XLG were given an in with the rounds that they
Does Jogamo walk into this trip?
but
Tis the ultimate question.
putting a stop to it here and now.
Oh, okay. Nice try, Jogamo. Oh!
Hold on, Happy Way with the sheriff.
How did Happy Way not kill Jogamo there?
Down that sight line. 3 versus 3. That's what it's come down to now here. Playing a bit off site still. Coconut is up. They're gonna smokes to play this one. You can't be entirely off the side, and G2 I think have just realized it. Now starting to play up a little bit more. Late lurk now from Leaf. It's going to be that backup policy.
And they're gonna try and delay for Leaf.
When they get a chance to do it here, shots already fired. Valen has been caught from behind. The
Leaf, you gotta hurry up, buddy. You gotta hurry up.
He's forwards, and guns need to be at the ready. It's Viva again.
Oh, not again. Not again. Not like this.
Tapping out, searching
Oh my, at the same angle, same player, I'm pretty sure.
Leaf hops up to logs and delivers another bullet to the side of the head. Tragedy for XLG. That's a round that G2 misplayed a little bit to get into a tricky situation. They weren't quite ready for what was going on with the trip. I mean, Jorg just beefed his movement a little bit. And then things cascaded from there. To be honest, Jorg redeemed himself with 3 in the round. He really made up for it. But a couple of teammates got killed, and Josh is chuckling about that. So similar to previous.
And the pressure is just off them at this point. You could maybe make an argument, I think, at the beginning of this series that G2 are the ones that are feeling like they have to win.
Timeout XLG.
Down into the lowers when all expectations are sky high for them. Playing against an underdog team. Usually those situations at these big events, sometimes the pressure gets the better of them.
And I think it's really reasonable to say that both teams, while they have similar paths, Ascension teams, meta playing teams, #1 seeds, struggled in their upper bracket game here at Toronto, there is a different weight of expectation for these squads. G2, it's hard really to point at another squad that's been the best team of 2025 so far. It's not really definitive. Nobody has the crown currently. But if you were going to point at somebody, you'd probably point at G2. And that's despite them not actually winning a global tournament. But having said that, that's where the pressure increases. But they've just got away to such good starts here.
And you can just see it on their faces and all the replays and all the cams. G2 are all smiles. XLG can feel it. Slowly losing their chance. But staying alive here in a global event. Flash and a
Oh wow, what a double. Oh wait, we just whiffed so hard.
Answers back. 2, make it 3, make it.
Oh, Viva.
A bit of fire, a bit of fury, insert it into it.
Wait, the ace. Wait, the ace.
Towards the end. He's one away from the ace.
Give it to him. Give it to him, Leaf. Just give it to him. Don't embarrass him again.
Desperate to stay alive.
Oh, you embarrassed him again, bro.
But no, hold on.
Now hold on.
Pump the brakes. There's a minute still left here. I've seen Leaf work magic before, and his wall gets dripped over towards C.
There's a 1v2 though, and he's walking knife out. Doesn't realize
Yeah, he didn't
Halfway is already
expect
there.
Cypher to be there.
And the adrenaline can start.
Man, poor
slipping away
Viva.
For XLG.
Got embarrassed 3
Those aren't good
times.
kills for Viva to get. He was hanging out at the bottom of the scoreboard for such a long time. I think he only had 1 kill in the first half.
Gotta get the confidence back somehow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Jogamo whiffed hard.
1v1s against Lee.
Yeah.
Go away.
So to be able to just step up and rip through 4 of the players, getting his team back into things.
Oh, they're so mellow. That's not
A
good.
little bit quiet from XLG's side of things. Mood obviously dampened, I think, by that scoreline, but 1 round at a time is how it has to be.
Double stinger. Valen and Leaf, they're both incredible with them. But in theory, it's a weaker economy. And they're only heading to the site where Viva is completely alone.
He's walking all the way down mid. He's exploring. Jordan with a dimensional drift clears all of the A site out.
Oh wow, he's seeing a lot here.
Multiple players there. Raga taking a peek. Let's claim Jonah P.
Oh, now they've kind of committed though.
Vice ultimate for post plant.
Midi to tap.
Oh, this is scary.
Tries to step forward. He's going to try and stem that bleed and shore it up, at least momentarily here, round to the side. And the ult's going to be extended. Oh my goodness, he just swapped around the weapon.
Valen's just running in there.
Walking. Happy way
Okay, I don't believe. Why are you just standing there like that?
And it's just left down to Trent in that 1v2 scenario. And happy way, sight set.
Hold on now.
Appropriate position.
XLG might be getting their second wind.
In 2 different players' hands. Raga got the opener onto Jonah P, playing pretty aggro on site. But this round was all about the ults. XLG were anticipating that G2 were going to lead with something. Let's say Vice Ultimate, maybe the Dimensional Drift. So they ended up playing pretty soft on A, tried to come back in with a Breach Ultimate, got stopped. And then skirmishes.
Yeah, I don't have
Opportunities for them to peek a player in here and there, and Happy Way from
Oh
Heaven
no, they
getting
really
massive
just
value
locked
with the
in
ult.
for real.
Now G2's economy is properly dead in the water. Still, the same 2 players with stingers in hand.
Airplane.
But everyone else now, instead of rifles, down to sheriffs. This defensive setup is now working. Partly because they've had the op, and partly because XLG feel like they're playing with a little bit more aggression, perhaps?
Time to jump.
An ability to take it to G2.
Pressure relieved.
There's 1 trip broken at the front of B, but Happy Way still has a second trip in a
G2,
deeper position. So he's not as
if
worried
you
about
fuck
just
up
getting walked on.
my goddamn pick'ems, I'm gonna be
Mirage,
pissed.
though, is
For real,
currently
though.
pretty dangerous. They have this camera that gives them
I mean, my
information.
pick'ems are already
Mirage, but it
kinda
got smoked
cooked.
off.
Cleared through.
I'm pretty sure mine are doing okay, actually.
Presence there
I
now
need to
towards
like
B,
log on to Valorant
garage.
and see what
And
they
they
are.
don't have a re-clear protocol for
I'm
this.
pretty
I mean,
sure
if they
they're
have the
doing
breach on
okay.
this side of the map,
So
I'm sure
far,
they
the only
would,
ones
but
I got wrong was
now, with
G2
their
versus
current
Paper
defensive
X,
setup, you
but
just
that kind of
stay here.
screwed up the whole rest of the tournament for me, so
Happy Way's going to be
I don't
watching
know.
most of this here, but it does drag bodies away from it. G2, you got 30 seconds left. Got to start to decide where you want to go at
30
some point.
seconds left.
Potentially a B pop, but Jordan will be in a backstab. Looks like that is where they're going to be trying to go for here, but Midi has plenty of utility to dissuade this. Trip. Ball's going to be triggered round from the side here.
Jogamo.
Happy Way. Nearsighted matters not. Beaver offloading it, buying time now for the Flood to try and get in. There's 7 seconds left. G2 trying to get that plant down here.
Oh no.
Gunning and Coconut. Just laying claim down now onto the side leaf. There's the last one left. Got into his hands. Defuse is sticking.
Oh!
40's round the corner.
Oh my god, what a chaotic round. G2 need to call the timeout, I feel
The
like.
game plan was so nice as well from G2. They put so much effort into inserting Jogamo into that top Garage position, and then threw a paranoia to try to flush the player into his sightlines. And look at Happyway here.
Oh my goodness.
Knows he's being shot multiple times and just spams towards Garage. Finds his kill. And the rest of XLG flood on in and are somehow able to overpower the Viper's pit too.
11-8.
The economy's not in an amazing
Yup,
spot here for
G2
XLG.
timeout. I knew it. 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 Call me a
It's
coach,
G2
bro.
who are going to be taking another timeout right before they get rifles back.
Who the hell is John?
This round could be incredibly important. Earlier on, it was XLG on the bonus when they were 10-5 down, I think it was. That's where we were looking at them like, okay, they might have let this game slip away from them at this point. They had a chance of getting back in the game, back into the second half, and they let it slip. Well, here's another big moment, a pivotal moment for the economy, for the ults as well, because G2s are going to start cycling again if they win this.
If there was ever a chance for XLG to do it, racking together these rounds one at a time has to be done. You can see the timeline on our screens. You were saying it, Josh. Yeah, it's been streaky, but pivotal round nevertheless. G2 taking that timeout, respect shown. They know how easy to lose grip of a map of a series.
Let's see how they cook
One
up.
of the things I was thinking we might see is a trip over here towards short, for example, which just kind of stops the Viper lurk from happening that you would expect. And instead, it's been Happyway playing mostly towards C the entire time. He's got a trip for Garage window, in fact, this time. So if you try to get into that deep position that Jorg played in previously...
Hold on.
Okay, well, nobody's on.
It's going to be that nightfall, scattered forwards, no connections. TP now into the back by Valen. I know it's all clear.
Oh, fake as well into spawn, so they do have to respect that. There's an Omen smoke in the defender's spawn that they might have teleported into.
It's going to bleed time out of XLG where they have to try and at least defend this one. Sterling ahead of it as that
Oh, the smoke went down before his flash could pop. Oh, they didn't expect Valen. Oh, but Valen, not the greatest player. Just to be honest.
There it is, Recon up and over, smoke. Propped up, bit of spam from G2. Is this what it's going to take? Is this how they're going to be claiming this round here? Stepping forwards and past it. The line of scrimmage that was layered down, and it's stray bullets follow the tracers. Time has run out.
He's out of there. Let's go. Good round.
A very fast hit coming out of the timeout there. Straight out of the strat book. Good input from Josh RT. Just gets them one round, but an important one. The important one, potentially.
That's unfortunate for Jogamo.
That could have been everything as well. Jorg losing his life a little too easily. But the players in the clutch are rock solid as always for G2.
Bro, the Thord is so funny, just hearing like that crunch, crunch, crunch when he's running through.
It's good to see that
okay,
even
at
the
least
simple things can delight the players after their thousands of hours of play.
This is G2 on the cusp of sending XLG home.
And Raga with it all to do. Bodies coming towards him, fast and unknown.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm scared.
Very tight angle to behold.
I'm scared. Oh, he shot the clone.
Takes that first contact, forces the TP back at him. So Raga evacuating. Through the back though, this is Happyway hard committed. He's decayed down. Thorns and a snake bite.
Wait.
There was nowhere to run.
Oh my goodness, bro. He was hard stuck.
Foul concoction that G2 just brewed up, and now with a player advantage, site control is theirs. We're looking at Raga to see if he can be the difference maker. Peeks out wide, they'll follow up at all.
Nice.
Now.
This might be the map.
Wide.
This might be the map.
Jorgamo taking point, taking contact.
Yeah, GG's.
At a moment's notice, it's G2.
Let's go. My pick'ems are safe.
Yeah.
Sort of. They're sort of safe, honestly.
G2 came in today.
Honestly, I wasn't really expecting G2 to be here. So, but it's all good. Because now they're going to be the lower bracket champions.
An incredible lower bracket run, but they will have to have perfection if they want to make it all the way to a grand finals and a shot at another trophy. A shot like they had at Bangkok. G2 there, ready to go for the picture, the bow, before they'd even had a chance to congratulate the coaches. And I think Josh
Trent is like taller than everybody.
Good ways of being able to close this map out.
How the hell that happened?
Fast hits, very different to what they were previously running. And it just got them over the line in important situations. XLG were just starting to warm up. I feel like we barely got a chance to see these guys.
I know.
That's really sad for XLG though. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
More of an example of what they could have done.
Honestly, I think they just need more reps under their belt, so to speak.
Some heavy competition, face both of the Americas teams.
We're going to send it down to the floor for Jen Lee on the stage for that Verizon post-match interview.
Congratulations, G2! And this time, instead of taking the hometown hero away for the interview, I'm gonna join them, all right? Let's see. Jonah P, I'm gonna ask you to do a little bit of multitasking. Snap a picture. All right, congratulations. A clean 2-0. It seems like you guys...
Oh yeah, I forgot. Jonah P's Canadian. I forgot about that.
Definitely was a mission. We got our warm-up game versus Paper X. You know, Paper X are a very good team. Their coaching staff helped them a lot. And now it's do or die. So when we're in do or die moments and our backs against the wall, we're a different team.
Right, wanna snap another
That's
picture?
very true.
No? Okay. Right. Time for another question while you multitask. Speaking of the tough loss though, that is why you guys found yourself in this position today. But no doubt, you guys bounced back. So what were the talks? What were the issues?
The talks was honestly the same talks when we lost the Sen in the upper final to qualify for here. Nobody was down. We knew we were going to make a lower bracket run against 100 Thieves, EG, MIBR, Sen. And so we're going to do the same thing.
So no hard conversations?
No hard combos. Just watching the VOD, fixing our mistakes, and just had to be ready for today.
Lastly, I know Valiant said you guys are not scared of the lower bracket run, right? I mean, pressure makes diamonds, and you guys are going for that diamond bracelet anyways. But do you feel like this is the position that you guys needed to be in order to get into that high gear?
I feel like the position we needed to be in was group stage, to be honest. First seed's a curse. We just needed to warm up into things, and now we're a very scary team in the lower bracket. And I got my family here, home crowd, my girlfriend, everyone supporting, and got nothing to lose now.
Lastly, I know you don't like trash talk, but we got some people talking smack about G2. Anything you want to say?
Did you hear that voice crack though?
Yes,
I did.
No?
There's nothing else.
I'm gonna be humble because we talked some smack and then we lost, so we're just gonna let the game show for itself.
I'm gonna be humble because
last time I talked trash, we got clapped.
Willing to talk some smack?
To who? Oh no, I don't need to talk smack. The regional results speak for themselves.
All right, thank you.
The regional results speak for themselves.
Again, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this moment with the fans. Meanwhile,
they're so gonna lose to Wolves.
It's gonna be RIQ versus Fnatic.
Cooked.
It's so cooked. All right, real quickly, I just want to take a look at the VLR. Man, it feels bad for XLG. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There might be a lot of people have been talking about how because when you qualify, you're immediately put in the playoffs and you miss out on the group stage.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have been saying that because of that, a lot of these like first stage teams have all been feeling rusty. Like for instance, I think every single first seed of every region has lost.
Oh, that's great.
Let me see here. Yeah. No, every single seed. Because XLG was the first seed for China. G2 was the first seed for Americas. RRQ was the first seed for APAC. And Fnatic was the first seed for EMEA. And every single one of them has lost.
Oh, That's fucking lovely.
So a lot of people have been talking about how, like, you know, you go up against these you know, Gen G, Sentinels, Wolves, Paper X, who have had like warm-up rounds because they played in the group stage. And a lot of people are saying that, like, man, first seed's kind of a curse because you don't play for so long, you know, you have to wait out. I mean, they literally waited a week. They like arrived in Toronto and then had to wait a week to play. So yeah, I don't know. They might be onto something there.
I do not accept the surrender of
Oh yeah, America's State, they lost, they all lost. And now XLG is gone. They're gone from the tournament. It's over for them. So, I don't know, kind of feels bad, but honestly, XLG, I'm not really sure how they won their region. I don't really know much about them, but it seems like from what I heard, it seems like they play a much more calmer Valorant than the rest of China / APOC. And because of that, they won off of like fundamentals, probably. So honestly, I don't really expect to see them again. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Maybe like next year when they work some things out, but like when it comes to champions, I'm not sure if we'll really see them when it comes to champions. We'll have to wait and see though. It depends, because G2 was in a very similar situation as XLG, so I'm not gonna count them out quite yet, but they need to work on something because these scores are horrendous. 3-13 and then 8-13. At least Haven was a bit closer, but like we got Viva going 9-17, and then we got Coconut going 6-16. Like, something needs to change there. Midi did all right, even though he's negative. He did all right. But yeah, something needs to change there. And I know they had somebody on here is a sub. I think it's Midi. I think Midi is a sub for XLG, so like it's kind of unfortunate for them. But speaking of next matches, we will be back. Oh man, is that tomorrow? I guess we'll be back tomorrow when we watch Sentinels versus Paper X. That's going to be a really fun. Can they stop giving NA the 10 a.m. games, bro? I'm tired of waking up at 10 a.m. I get it that it's like 12 in Toronto, but it's 10 a.m. here. I'm tired of it. That was my little rant, though. But Sentinels versus Paper X, this is going to be a fun game. Hopefully. I'm hoping Sentinels don't get, like, super cooked. And it'll actually be, like, a very fun game. But yeah, that's kind of all I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to hit that follow button down below. Or if you're on a different platform, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Really means a lot to me. Like I said, we'll be back again tomorrow to watch the Sentinels versus Paper X game. See how that goes. But until then, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace out. Thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye now.